it's tough to beat any team 6 times in a row, and really happy with our game on Saturday, and obviously just to complete the weekend against your rivals always really fun. But I thought we played well Saturday, played a complete game. Lots of things to be happy about. Now we're going to the bye week. There's obviously things we can shore up and work on and get ready for the last stretch. Yeah, it is funny how that works. There might be a home ice bias on some of the shots. I actually thought we outshot them a little bit more on Saturday, just how the flow of the game was. We definitely outchanced them more on Saturday, and the chances were just higher quality, and we ended up scoring on a few of them. But yeah, in my opinion, I thought the game Saturday just was a little bit more of how we want to play as a complete team. I thought we transitioned the puck really well. Our D did an unbelievable job moving the puck. We gave up 0 odd-man rushes, which is the first time in a while, and it's how we want to play. We can't give up odd-man rushes if we want to do well down the stretch in playoffs and in the tournament. So, maybe the shots were a little closer on Saturday, but I think the chances would have shown a difference. We've been talking about it for a while, and we've been practicing, and I think a big part of not giving odd-man rushes is D knowing when they can be aggressive and forwards knowing they got to get back and help our D. And I thought our forwards did a good job staying above their coverage, and our D were smart picking and choosing when they can be aggressive and pinch or dive down. And I thought just the flow of the game, like we talked about earlier, I thought we had a lot more zone time that game, which sometimes when teams are tired playing defense in their defensive end, they don't have as much energy to transition the other way, and that might have led to not giving up as many transition opportunities. Yeah, Max is he's a really effective player on both sides of the ice and both sides of the puck, and I'd say he's probably one of our smartest players, and you can trust him in all situations, and he plays all situations for us, and it was nice for him to get a shorthanded goal, and but you could just tell the whole game he was going. Like when his legs are moving like that, and when he's at speed, he's tough to slow down, and it's tough to stop. We would just like him to get the puck more often, and I thought he had a lot of puck touches on Saturday. Got into a rhythm early in the game, and had a few chances, and he scored on that shorthanded, which was great to see. Yeah, I think especially on Friday on the line chart, he was listed on our fourth line to start the game. And it's because we want to see a little bit more energy out of him. Like when he has the puck, he can make plays, but we wanted to see him forecheck a little bit harder, win more battles, get to the net, recover pucks on the power play, and that's how he got both his goals on Friday. One of it started with a puck recovery in the corner, and then he gets lost backdoor, and Max finds him. And then the next one was a rebound goal in front, and those have been things we've been stressing to him, and we weren't seeing it out of his game, so we wanted to challenge him a little bit, and we put him on a different line, and then he was back on his second line with Max on Friday, and I thought he played good again. But we just, it's freshmen. We just need them to bring consistency every game, and he knows that. And it's our job is to keep reminding them and challenging them and pushing them and guiding them. And but I thought it was a big weekend for him, and he stepped up. We just got to keep that going every weekend now. I mean, Northern was playing good hockey. And they pushed us on Friday. And even, a lot of the games we played against them were 1-goal games and close games. And you never know in a rivalry game with a sold-out rink. Like, it's tough to put teams away. And when teams can hang on, you never know what could happen at the end when, guys get a little nervous and a little tight. And I thought that happened to us a little bit on Friday. And then on Saturday, getting that third goal was huge. That shorthanded goal, Max's goal. And then in the third period, I didn't think we gave him a chance to climb back into it. So I thought we did a really good job finishing the game on Saturday. Yeah, I think I've said it before, but I think his demeanor. Like, I don't know if he knows how big these games are right down the stretch. Obviously, we're playing for hopefully a couple trophies. And, the rivalry games this weekend, he might not know a ton about the Northern Tech rivalry because it didn't affect him at all. Like, he's just so calm in the net, and I think gives our team confidence knowing that he's back there and can make that big save when we needed to. I mean, he made a few on Friday for sure. Probably less so on Saturday, but he stopped all the ones he needed to, obviously getting a shutout. And he's been great for us, and I think it's it gives our team confidence, and we just got to keep playing good in front of them and keeping shots to the outside and not giving them second chance opportunities. We knew he was a good goalie. He was talking to a couple other teams about being brought in at Christmas, so he was probably one of the highest goalies on the list of available goalies to be brought in, and we're lucky we got him. And I think we've done a pretty good job when he was in net, not allowing a ton of second chance opportunities. There's been a couple 2-on-1s where he's made some pretty miraculous saves, but for the most part, I think our style of play is limited some of the high percent scoring chances that you might see in a run and gun league like the USHL or the NAHL. So maybe that's part of it. I think our structure has been good, can always improve. So maybe that's helped with his numbers. But he also, I would say, as good as he's playing, it's a small sample, and we need him to stay hungry and compete every day. And he still, needs to earn the net in practice and in the, Friday, and then keep running with it. He's just getting settled in games early, and he is just such a calm kid that I don't think he's, and we're not even really thinking about this shutout streak or no one's like, we're just trying to win hockey games, and he's trying to keep us in hockey games. And it's working right now, and we just got to keep playing the same way we're playing. We don't want to put any more pressure on the kid. He's not that it would affect him at all, because it's not, his type personality, but we just got to keep flowing and doing what we're doing. And I think he's really enjoying it. He's been thrown in the fire really quick, but I got a meeting with him today about school and seeing how that's going. I think it's going good, but he hasn't taken classes in a while, and I know the hockey side is going great for him. We just got to get him some equipment, which I think is on its way. But he's playing great. We just got to keep going. We can't get too far ahead of ourselves, and he's playing good hockey now, but also it's a small sample. I think it's a good time. Usually you want a bye week to come when you're banged up and injured, and actually we're pretty healthy, which, you can't complain about also. But I think it's, going down 8 games left, each game is massive with how tight it is in the standings, that this is a good time to really just focus on us, right? We don't have to pre-scout or pre-game for another team. It's all about us and things that we need to improve on. So I think it's a great time. Last year we had a bye week around, similar time. I think there was 10 games left, and I thought we made the most out of that and shored up some things in our D zone. And we'll work on similar things. It'll be a lot of competing one-on-one stuff early in the week, and then I'll be gone recruiting, but I'm sure it'll get more structure, and then there'll be a good, nice game-like scrimmage on Saturday. We've shown that we can play and beat anyone. We haven't beaten some of the teams in tournaments, the ranked teams in tournaments, but we played with them and played them hard. I think there's belief in our team that we can go on a run like we did last year, and we just got to stay focused, not get too far ahead of ourselves. The focus is us this week, and then Bemidji next week, and then we move on to Augustana. And there's some big games coming up. I think you always want to find players that can be difference makers and players that can score, right? Score or create scoring chances. I think you can't have any shortage of those types of players. And if we look at us analytically this year, we're middle of the pack expected goals, but our actual to expected, so the chances that we actually score on, we're one of the lower teams in the country. It'd be great to add a few more goal scorers. There's a limit on right shot D everywhere. So if we can add another D, that would really bolster us. And we just got to be ready. Who knows with the transfer portal what could happen, and we want to have a good stable of players, especially with these new leagues opening up in Canada. There's some really good players available, so we want to do our job and make sure we know the player pool and get on these players pretty early.